Biafra will come. You either allow us to go in peace or you are going to remain pieces and Biafra will still go. And you see this thing we are asking now, that you must recognize the Biafra referendum. It is going to end in the round table when the stupid and foolish ones have died in Biafra land. Many of those terrorists they are sending, they are going to die, all of them in Biafra land. You cannot just come to kill us and we watch you and fold our arms to watch you kill our women and children. It's not possible.
Only one, under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you to this amazing program wherever you are watching from. I urge you to please kindly like and share to all platforms, share to family and friends, share to everyone that is close to you. This is the time for radical evangelism. Let us continue to push this message across to the whole world. You are all welcome to this very platform, a platform that belongs to the United States of Biafra under the command of our Prime Minister, Ngozi Simon Ekpa, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the command and control of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. As you are seated, please watch closely to this very platform, and every information we disseminate are exactly and correct. Informations coming directly from the office of the United States of Biafra. Please watch closely and listen. We are going to present to you a very outstanding speech that was made by the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, during the fundraising. I want you to pay attention to every single thing she has to say. You are going to learn a lot, and I bet you your life will never remain the same after watching. Let us listen closely to her information, and you'll be glad you did.
Yeah, friends. Thank you all so much. Thank you, our able financial secretary from D. I know your head is like popping out, but it's okay. I thank you so much for what you're doing. I thank all Biafrans for coming today. First of all, I want us to recognize our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. The reason for the season, the person why we are doing what we are doing. We thank you, His Excellency, for your resilience. We thank you for your patriotism. We thank you for bringing United States of Biafra and making USB a free nation. Thank you, His Excellency, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. We also want to use this opportunity to thank our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for your resilience, for your steadfastness, for what you do. You are also the reason for the season. We thank you for what you do for Biafrans. We thank you for standing the ground that Biafra must be free. And I want to let you know, Biafra is already a free nation. We've declared our independence on the 29th of November, 2024 in Lahti, Finland. No one, nobody can tamper with that. That is a promise we Biafrans are giving you. We also want to use this opportunity to thank our defense forces, the Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra Security, the disciplined Biafra Security being assembled to protect the sovereignty of the United States of Biafra, despite the killings being perpetrated by the Nigeria state, using the delegitimized Southeast and South-South governors and their agents inside Biafra land, including Ebubago, the Operation Udogad, all these criminals inside Biafra land. Your time is running out. It is a promise. United States of Biafra is a sovereign state. Any foreign occupation by Nigeria inside Biafra at this point is criminal. We've already instructed Nigeria to leave. Anything you're doing at this point, at this time, inside Biafra land is illegal by all classic world international standard, by the United Nations standard, by the African Charter standard. Any presence of Nigeria agent, Nigeria office, Nigeria security inside Biafra land at this point, not authorized by this United States of Biafra government, is illegal and it is a crime. We've already told you to leave Nigeria. We've already instructed you to leave. You know, for peace to reign, you must leave the Biafra territory, the 40 states of Biafra. If you do not know, ask the question and leave. So we thank the Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra Defense Forces, the Biafra Navy, and the Biafra Air Force for what they do, the plans they do. There is only one nation, the United States of Biafra, under the leadership of His Excellency, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, deputized by my humble self, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the Chief of Staff and Deputy Prime Minister to the United States of Biafra. That is where we are at this point. We thank all the 40 state governors that have been working day and night to make sure they fulfill the plans laid down by the United States of Biafra and their executives. We thank all the secretaries of the cabinet of the United States of Biafra. We also thank the cabinet members of the United States of Biafra. We thank all the stakeholders in the United States of Biafra. We also thank all the allies. We got a lot of allies. We got a lot of people helping us privately that some of you do not know. Financially, morally, helping us to make this journey very, very quick, quicker than even how some of us expect. We thank them. We thank the United States of America for standing up. We thank President Trump for what he is doing to ensure that the killing, the genocide being committed inside Biafra land is taken care of. And we thank you, President Donald Trump, and your executives for what you do for Biafra people. Again, everything doesn't have to be in the public domain, but we know that Nigeria cannot continue to kill unarmed, innocent indigenous Biafrans and other indigenous Christians all over Nigeria, killing them by reintegrating and rehabilitating non-terrorists into the Nigeria security, into the Nigeria army, into the Nigeria police, taking over our lands with a plan, a systemic plan to Islamize Nigeria. Thank you so much, President Trump, for what you do for us. Thank you, the executives. You know who you are, for what you do for the United States of Biafra. I am very, very happy. Biafrans are very happy. We appreciate you. We thank you for seeing what the Nigerian state is doing to innocent Christians in that enclave called Nigeria. Thank you so much for taking those bold steps and many more that you've promised to do. Again, Biafrans, I thank you all today. We come here today to do what we know best to do, which is to raise funds to stop the killing of innocent Biafrans by reintegrated terrorists hired by President Tinubu, supported by some of his ministers like Bianca Ojukwu. Oh no, people say, stop saying, Ojukwu can never support what this criminal woman is doing. We know that. Just like the one that says she representing Nnamdi Kanu and come out to call us the pseudo whatever. On our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never support what that idiot does. The same way our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa can never support what that foolish idiot they call the ex-wife come on Twitter to do. There is a pattern, and Biafrans, you need to know this pattern. I believe the true Biafrans have seen the pattern. We are when our leaders are being subjugated by the Nigerian state. Their so-called wives or ex-wives come out to say stupid shit on the social media. This is a pattern. But now that pattern has been exposed. Biafrans now know this pattern. And Biafrans have resisted that pattern by the declaration of the United States of Biafra on the 29th of November 2024. So we thank all Biafrans. Today we gather again for this fundraising for humanitarian purposes to ensure that our men, our women, our children that are killed by the Nigerian state and by the reintegrated terrorists, that we take care of them. That's all we are doing. That is why this fundraising is going on. We cannot be Biafrans in diaspora having the best jobs, earning top salaries in the world, and our people are being killed by the Nigerian state, headed by President Tinubu and Christopher Musa, the defense chief, getting no help. When the reintegrated terrorists, they push into the Biafra territory, continues to kill our people, it is our task to defend our people. Our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, our fathers have been killed by the defense chief of Nigeria, Christopher Musa. It is a plan to systemically Islamize Nigeria. They are executing it by bringing in mercenaries into Biafra land to kill, arrest innocent Biafrans for nothing because they are Christians. Biafra is a Christian nation. It's a Jewish nation. It's a traditionalist nation. It is not an extremist Islamic nation. But President Tinubu has hired extremist Islamic people to come into Biafra and kill us. That is something we say is not going to continue to happen. We must resist that. Tinubu have used the delegitimized Southeast, South governors like Soludo, like Hope Uzodinma, like Pitamba, to arrest, dehumanize, and kill innocent Biafrans, unarmed, innocent Biafrans that did not do anything. All their crime is just because they are Biafrans. The whole world have seen how innocent Biafrans that did in Tipa business, they were hired, they were rounded up by these Fulani terrorists that were integrated by Nigerian state, and they dumped all of them at the back of a van. And those people they dumped inside there, some of them have died. Some of them could not breathe because the people hired by President Tinubu and Christopher Musa, they were marching on top of those innocent Biafrans. They did not do anything. These are Tipa lorry business that we are excavating sands, trying to make the road motorable. President Tinubu have ordered any male in Biafra land to be killed, and that's exactly what they were doing. These are innocent Biafran, innocent welders. And you can see when Soludo, through his men, showed canisters, generators, gas cylinders. they used to do their welding business. And President Tinubu and Christopher Musa ordered Saludo and his agents, the Ebubago and all that, to kill these innocent Biafrans. How long are we going to continue to just allow these few? They are less than 1%. Tinubu and Co. and Uzodimma, all the Ebubago put together, they are less than 1%. They are the ones that are killing our people by the day. That video is all over social media, where they rounded up these innocent Biafrans, dumped them inside a van, and was showing them as criminals. And Finland, you are questioning Simon Ekman, and you see all these killings. Eventually, we will know how this case is going to go down between Finland, Nigerian government, and Biafrans. And we tell you, you can never attack Biafrans and go free. What Simon Ekman is doing is what all of us are doing. We are resisting the killing of innocent Christians, innocent Biafran by the Nigerian terrorist state. That's exactly what we are doing. Finland, you also fought your war to be independent. Now, some of those innocent Biafrans, some of them have been released, and they say, oh, this is somebody that has been released. The person is not a terrorist, right? But those individuals, some of them are dead. The ones you're releasing is because they are alive to tell their stories. What about the ones that are dead that could not tell their stories? Christopher Musa, what about those that could not tell their stories? The Ebubago, the people you sent through Saludo to kill these innocent Biafrans, what about those that could not tell their stories? Some of them were dead, some of them have died, because you allowed this Ebubago and this operation, whatever that Saludo, they were marching on those individuals. They dumped almost 20 individuals at the back of that truck. They removed all their shirts. They've already labeled them as criminals. So some of them were dead. How do you now say that those individuals were not criminals after you've killed them and you want us to keep quiet? So Biafrans, I just want to open this with a brief of what we are going to do today to continue raising money to safeguard the lives of innocent Biafrans that are being hounded up by Saludo, by Hope Uzodimma, and by the Nigerian state, and labeling them criminals. Labeling them that these are people that are terrorists. That is what this money is going to go towards. I also want to use this opportunity to inform the whole world there is only one United States of Biafra. Any criminal parading himself or herself as representing our Prime Minister Simon Ekman, we are today issuing a notice to all of them to cease and desist. They do not represent Biafra. They do not represent United States of Biafra, but rather they are representing the Nigerian state that have paid them to destroy what we are doing. And Biafra, you must confront them in whatever form they present themselves. All of us know, during Wazulike's time, they used the commanders that were around him to stop the restoration of Biafra. During Nnamdi Kanu's time, they used those DOS to extradite him from Kenya to Nigeria. Now, during Simon Ekpan's time, they are using these criminals that parade as brigade to disrupt and destroy what we are doing. We are not going to allow them. They have failed and they will continue to fail. Whoever associates himself or herself with these criminals, we know what you are sent to do. And we are going to confront you. Most of you have seen the letter that the crazy one that called himself Ogenkere wrote to Finland. We saw the response. and it's on my Twitter page. All of you can go and read it. The questions you Biafran have to ask. Ask this criminal working for the Nigerian state, what was the letter that he sent to Finland before Finland responded with this letter that I posted? You all need to get that letter immediately from that criminal. Who authorized him to write a letter to Finland? What power does he have to write anything to Finland? The Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, already declared a surrogate, which is my humble self. Who authorized the criminal to write a letter apologizing for Christ's sake, for leniency, for Christ's sake? What is the crime that our Prime Minister have committed? What is a crime except doing what you and I are doing today to ensure that Nigerian state does not continue to kill Biafra Christians? Why should this criminal write a letter to Finland to be begging for leniency for our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, who has not committed any crime? This is the danger. This is the way that the Nigerian government is using to disrupt the restoration of the independent state of Biafra, which we've already declared. He can never, ever stop that. So, Biafrans, it is left for you. This task is not about Dr. Orabueze. It's about the whole United States of Biafra. On that note, I open this fundraising. I welcome everyone. Thank you so much for what you do, Biafrans. And the promise Biafrans is giving to the whole world is this: no matter the style you came with, no matter the tactics you came with, no matter how the plan you came with to kill Biafrans, to truncate the restoration of the United States of Biafra fully, is already dead on arrival. You will never succeed. I'm telling President Tinubu, Bianco Ojukwu, Christopher Musa, you will never, ever succeed. You will not. As long as Biafrans are involved in this case, you suck our mineral resources, and you think the mineral resources you suck to send out to some Western world like Europe, France, and so on, and Finland, the contract you're negotiating with them, you think that by silencing Biafrans, by killing all the males in Biafrans, you will have the opportunity to take our oil and send it to Finland. It's dead on arrival. And Bianco Ojukwu, when you come out publicly to say the bilateral relationship you're trying to establish with Finland in the area of agriculture, agroeconomics, we already know where you're going. We already know what you are set up for. And I promise you, you cannot go far. You will never succeed in this struggle, in this declaration we've already done for the United States of Biafra. You cannot succeed. On that note, Biafrans, some of you have seen I posted the response of the European Parliament to His Excellency, our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, when he brought to the attention of European Union that Biafrans are being killed, that there is a genocide going on in the United States of Biafra territory. Our Prime Minister wrote that letter to European Parliament. The response, I've posted it on my Twitter page. All of you can go and read it. The European Parliament told our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, that that case is not within our purview. So it's not within the purview of European Union, European Parliament, to wade into the genocide being committed against Christians in Biafra territory. But this same European Parliament, using Finland, is wading into the complaint that Tinubu and Bianco Ojukwu has sent to Finland, that Simon Ekpa is protecting Biafrans. So where is the justice? If European Parliament, you do not allow, you do not support Prime Minister Simon Ekpa to bring the genocide to you, now are you, through Finland, investigating That's Simon Ekpa. The same case that was brought by you, Nigeria, to Finland. Where is the justice? Where is the justice? So Simon Ekpa's case is not within European Parliament purview, right? But the investigation of Simon Ekpa by Finland is within European Parliament purview, right? So European Parliament, you need to write a letter to Finland that they do not have a right to investigate Prime Minister Simon Ekpa because it's not within their purview. If you have said that the genocide being committed by the reintegrated terrorists of the Nigerian state is not within European Parliament purview, European Parliament, for you to remain neutral, you need to write Finland to let them know that the case they are investigating about Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is not also within their purview because that case was brought to you by Nigeria. On that note, I open this fundraising. Thank you so much, dear friends.
May Chukwu Okike continue to guide our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide our Liberation Army. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. We move airborne.